Yes. Get your mat, get your chair. Line up if you're walking along. Power on. Get your water if you're staying for the gulping chat. It's supposed to be a real hot, humid day today. If I stop walking now, I don't know the words to the song. Yeah. Come walk with me. Yes. And save your feet and toes. Yeah. Yeah. I said, come walk with me. Yeah. Save your feet and toes. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Come on for the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell a uncle, tell a auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Subscribe, y'all. Oh, I want to thank my subscribers. My number's gone up. I don't even know how many. Hold on, Facebook. Hold on. I don't know if it's because of humidity or what, child. But give me a minute with your camera. All right. Minutes up. Okay. All right. Oh. Well, I couldn't take it no more, y'all. I just could not take it anymore. Okay. Star Carmen, Star Cinder. Okay, I don't understand why this is. Go away. You know, since I started walking, let me move this camera back, exercising, I have always had pain of some sort. But I just ride it out. So, ice it, massage it, just ride it out. But, I'm sorry, y'all, keep going. Yeah, I'm having these camera things going on. But as my daughter said, Mommy, that's why it's live, it's human. You're not a professional. They expect that. Well, you got to expect it. Okay. So, I went out and returned that CBD icy hot bull crap. Oh. Yes, I did, y'all. I returned it. I called them on the phone and I said, are you kidding me? There is no CBD in this. How do I get one cream, a little bit on the tip of my toe finger, and it's good? But this I done rolled all over me. Ain't no CBD in there. You mustn't piss it. Oh, no problem, no problem. We're gonna hear what it is. So, I took my aching body because, okay, getting back to this point. When I first put that CBD on from last week, the real one with only 3 ingredients, it relieved my pain so quickly and kept me pain-free for so long. I kind of got into it. For at least 10 days, I was pain-free. Then I go back to supply up, and all you got is bullshit, so now you want to pass off bullshit? So when I went roller skating and put that on, I couldn't leave. We had driven so long, but I can't even tell you the pain. I cannot even tell you the pain. I'm supposed to put the video up, but watching it, for me, is a painful experience because I know each one I was like, oh. Eric had me doing circles on the roller skates, heel, open, bend thing, and the pain was unbelievable. Now, What would I have done before had I not had the CBD? I would have done my massages and taken my Advil. And I'd have been good. And then I got these patch things. Been good. But with the introduction of that CBD, that's pain-free. So I was watching me yesterday, and I was like, when I was walking on here, I gotta let y'all know, I walk through pain. I have had people cancel with me all the time at the gym or whatever. Oh, I'm in pain, this hurt, my arm hurt. Okay, so exercise your legs. My back hurt, go to the gym, get on the massage table, or just go and stretch. So, pain don't stop me. But the fact that the pain stopped altogether through me, I liked it. And then when I went to get the CBD, they had some junk, child. Icy hot CBD. At some point, don't they cancel out one another with all that bullshit? The other one had 3 ingredients. Shea butter, CBD, frankincense. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. That one that didn't do shit had everything in it. And then at the bottom it had consult with a healthcare professional. I said to myself, right there should have been a cue. If you see consult with a healthcare professional, it ain't no CBD. I don't know what the hell it is. It's whatever's in it trying to make you have a closer relationship with the medical profession, aka oxycodone, where you can say no, the CBD don't work. But if you got the one that said check with medical professional, it don't work. Get the one that says natural. I had 3 ingredients. Shea butter, CBD, frankincense. That's it. That's it. This penal colony, I tell you. So, I want to get that out the way. Today I put the CBD on a little earlier. I'm going to put it on a little later next time. But all I had to do was literally take the top and pat it on my leg. I just took the bottle top, pat it on my leg, and rub that in. Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks for coming on the walk. My name is Vicki. Vicki. And I'm coming to you live and loud from the penal colony, aka USA, aka America. And I know people are getting a little upset. You're calling it a penal colony. I gotta tell y'all something. I never believed the premise that you went to Africa and kidnapped all these millions and millions and millions of Africans and brought them to this penal colony to pick cotton. It's a ludicrous thesis or theory. None of the pictures support it. They were in chains. That's why they were like sardines. They was getting those fighters out of there, away from Europe, and as far from Africa as possible. Now, what you may not understand, what you may find confusing, is, well, why didn't they just, after the prisoner of war did their time, why didn't they just let everybody go? No. That's not how it works. This penal colony was set up for years. I guess I'm at the 30th. Maybe if I had grandchildren, they'd be at like 35, 34, 33 generations. On this penal colony, That's why they never told us we was on the penal colony, and that's why they never told us we came from Africa. Black Power movement told me in the 60s. I wasn't taught it in school. These folks is liars from way back, honey. That's why you call it the Matrix. And that's why they can make up so many things along the way, because when the place that you're on is made up, it's easy to make all the other shit up. There's an article about this lady in South Carolina who has had that house and her family from at least 100 years, she says. And now the hotel wants to come through, or build houses or whatever, corporate wants to come through, and they want our land. And she said she promised her husband, and the husband promised his daddy and that they would keep the land. So they would have pictures of the current grand and great-grandchildren saying, yeah, we're going to hold on to the land. I was like, you know what? You really don't get your own penal colony. The fact that you've been able to live there, you just live there. You don't own it. And they are going to take your house. On my father's side of the family, they came from an island, they call it Warren Island, but now it's a Hilton Hotel thing. The story was they got chased off. One story I heard, they left the island because they didn't have any electricity and such. And the other one was like, they chased them off because it was like, that's not your island because Emancipation Proclamation freed everybody and you stayed. That don't mean that's your land. But they thought it was their land. They sat there, they did rice, so they cropped and everything. But they said, no, this is not your land. And they kicked their butts off. So now I'm looking at that lady in South Carolina, same way, and kicked off that whole island. As the story goes, they was the only family left on that island that was doing anything. And great-great-great-great-grandfather used to go back and forth, deal with the mainland. They call it the mainland, like Hawaiians. They did a lot of stuff with the mainland. My grandfather's word carried weight, which is only him, because the minute he died, they kicked their asses right off. So anyway, I said that to say, enjoy it while you're living there. But when the white man come knocking and he wants your land, he's getting it. This is a penal colony. He is citizen's arrest. Citizen's arrest. You are labeled born in blood, inmate criminal. He is going to get your house and he's going to get your land. The most you can hope to do is get a little cash before they kick you off. Because they've been known to kick you out with no money. And snatch the land. I know y'all think y'all in the new millennium, but in the new millennium, honey, we was voting. They was walking up and down from what I could see. Not here where I was voting. But at that time when I looked at the news, they was all over the place with their AKR rifles while we was trying to vote. So don't tell me nothing about no new millennium. It's still the old one to me. Still blowing our brains out and doing all kind of fuck shit. Kick them out, African nations. Kick them out. Kick them out. Kick them out. Even them cults. How them cults can love us, can love you and shit on us, impossible. Tell them to keep their rice. Give it to them Hatfields and McCoy up in the mountains of Kentucky, Mississippi, out there, the mountain people. When they bring you food and say, here, this is rice grains to feed all the little black children. Say no. Take your rice grains back. Go over to the hills in your country and feed them meth and oxycontin addicted children that you got running up around there, probably with horns and misshaped arms and everything, because you know they up there breeding with each other. I'm telling you, they ain't lying about none of that stuff. Okay? It's just that my body said, we ain't doing this. But tell them to keep their rice and take it on the plane, throw their ass on the plane also. And South Africa, I'm going to help y'all out right now. I'm going to get to 1/3, the subject for the war. South Africa, get a big boat, get many big boats. Send them right into the docks. Mississippi, Alabama, I don't think Kentucky has any outlets. But just bring them there, empty them, and go out. And clean all the bogs and all that African with a K shit. Send them right over here to the penal colony. It's where the other side of their Scottish kin is. And put them up in the mountains and let them fight and eat each other. Okay? Let them fight and eat each other. That's what you do. Get them out of your country. Work out a treaty. This penal colony only want white people immigrants. So South Africa, contact these wardens here and tell them you got a whole bunch of white people. And they will receive them with open arms. Trust and believe. Let's take a break, y'all. Oh, yeah. Whew. They said, so humid here. This is the Indian summer because it has been chilly most. All I needed was a dehumidifier all summer. And now, I may have to kick on the air conditioner. Yeah, y'all like comment shit. Go and get the motivation. Get the song, I'm walking trying to save my feet and towels. It's on Spotify and all them other places. Oh, I'm promoting it more. I'm promoting walking. I don't know how old people don't exercise. I used to watch my grandmother. Maybe that's why they were so frustrated. Just sitting down, being miserable. Okay. Now, when I was a young girl, and I was born in 57, TV with golden age TV, 50, 40s. Well, as you know, we had no African Americans on TV. In the movies, they were always some kind of low-level servant thing, or escapee from a prison or something like that. So we used to look at things like Newlywed, all those type of games. Password, all those TV shows. And there were no African Americans contestants. And then we saw one. I think it was on Password. Of course, he didn't stay but a second. It was almost like a walk-on. He lost. And then we used to look at Password, hoping they'd bring up another person, but they never made it anywhere. They always kicked off. First one's off, first one. And that's what we used to play. So when we would see African American contestants, we used to bet how long it would take them to get kicked off. Will it be the first one who said, no, they're going to be kicked off after the first answer, and then the second answer. And they got like that when we looked at movies. We would look at movies, oh, so excited, so happy to see, as I said, a black person on the screen, so happy. But then we noticed they instantly killed. So then we used to take bets. How long is the black person going to stay alive? And he didn't stay alive long. So then we was into the newlywed game. That's where my 1/3 comes from. It used to be 3 couples. And they didn't put any African Americans on the, I should try to turn this around another way, on the newlywed game. And so, when we saw them there, we were surprised. So happy. Because they were the 1/3. It was 3 couples, and there used to be one. They would every now and again they'd black couple. Sorry, y'all. I just dropped my weight, and my set is falling apart. Can you see the falling apart side? No. Let me make sure the side that ain't falling apart stay up. So, on the newlywed game, we would watch it, and we would be, you know, like waiting. Hold on, y'all. They would go through the thing, we would be excited, but they would never win. My fan is blowing my backdrop down, but I need the fan. They would never win. Never. So then, the next time they'd bring on another one, we would watch, we'd be so excited, we'd be so happy. Wouldn't win. Years. I think I was in my early 20s when I looked at reruns of the newlywed game where I saw an African American couple win. I was so happy. I thought I would never see one win. They didn't. Not when I was a child. They didn't. We just started betting, you know, will they get the lower score? They won't know this, they won't know that. So, that's how it is on the penal colony. You're not going to be shown in the good light. You're not going to be the winners. But that's where personal development, satisfaction, and stuff come from. You give yourself your props. In your game, you're always the winner. But that's how it was for me growing up. Magazine, no dark-skinned people. But I found out later, especially in the black magazines, their editor was a mulatto, half German and half African, born in Germany. And he came to this country, went to a community college or some college, and wound up being the editor. Ebony, Essence, Jet. I read the book so long ago. I read it like 2 or 3 times a long time ago. So I was like, what? Is that why all those light-skinned people was in the Jet? Is that why all them light-skinned people was in the Ebony? Anyway. Oh. It's hot, y'all. So, you have to do it for yourself. You have to be number one. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Everything is a third. Even, well, 1/4 drop blood. I'll clear this up for y'all. The 1/4 drop blood was your criminality. Your criminality. You could be have one drop of blood of a labeled born in blood inmate criminal, and you are considered a criminal and an inmate on this penal colony. See how that's 1/4. The other one start off with 1/3. That was what is your criminal liability? One drop of blood. And that was your criminal liability. That made you a criminal on this penal colony all the rest of your days. No, it's not. Oh, they got one, but it's the criminality. We were brought here as prisoners of war. I know African Americans said, why did you say that? We were happy when we thought we was brought over as cotton pickers. Though they could have went to they could have went to India and China and all those other places and got cotton pickers. But they picked us. Ain't we special? Ain't we? That's the mind of these African Americans. No. That's why there's a line, the only truth in Alex Haley's book is when he was teasing Kunta Kinte and said something king. That kind of stayed with me. I was like, because that was the truth. Prisoners of war, and you don't want to hear it. You'd rather be just dumb people that was brought here to pick cotton. And not even dumb people, special people. Of all the cotton pickers the white people could have picked, they picked the Negro. Ain't we on it? No. No. We was ruling shit. And we got overthrown, and how they remained in power is they shipped us as far away from Africa as possible. And on one hand, this penal colony, oh, go back to Africa. And then on the other hand, they take a garbage boat and put holes in it. They don't want us back to Africa. They want us on from the earth. Gone from the earth. Kick them out, African nations. Teach the true history. See the vomit for what they are. And wash them into the ocean. Let's swim back to the new world. Penal colony. As my daughter says, Mommy, the propaganda here is something. I was like, well, Hitler said in his struggle, that's how he got all his cruelty ideas from. And let me put this in your ear a minute. Hebrew was brought to Germany by the Ethiopians. Ethiopians. Okay? So who was Hitler killing? He was killing the Ethiopians. They ain't gonna tell you that. They reinvented themselves. There's a booklet called The Invention of the Jewish People. They reinvented themselves. But that's what Hitler was killing. He got that from this penal colony. Yes, y'all, yes. There's old Jerusalem, no, Ethiopia. Ethiopia. That's where you Hebrew from thousands and thousands and thousands and at the records. But they've been going there. They've been leaving Israel, going into Ethiopia, stealing Hebrew documents and taking them back to Jerusalem and claiming them as their own. You see, this is another thing. You claim African cult to be yours, but the African American where this cult is, you make sure to spit on. Oh, we help you. We help the blacks in the music. No, you made millions. You made millions. You didn't help us because we were black. Okay? And not only the cult Ethiopian, but guess what? The Ethiopian blood was the Ethiopian blood was right there, honey. Right there. So I'm blown away. Sometimes when I see the Hebrews, I want to say, yo, bro. And then they say, no, I'm from Europe. Oh, I'm Hebrew from Europe. And I said, yo, bro, Africa. No, my family came from Europe. But your cult came from Africa. So, yo, bro. See the bullshit on this penal colony? Whew, so many lies. So many lies. And bumblebee pies. We'll take all these cults. Christianity, Africa. Islam, Africa. All of them came from Africa. How did they get out of Africa? By the Africans who went all over the place and yes, rule Europe with that cult, with that Christianity. And they turned around and used it as a noose for us. I tell you, you gotta watch history, y'all. Oh, I dropped my weight. I'll do better next time, y'all. I think I'm gonna move it to this side and move the water over here. So, yes. So that's my 1/4. 1/3 will always a 1 something. But what we are in this penal colony is 100% labeled born in blood inmate criminals. We don't got to do nothing. I remember the child just said, what do we do? What do we do? He said, nothing, shut up. And I remember at the hanging tree, I said, Audrey, what did they do? What did they do? She said, silly. They ain't had to do nothing. They be black. Be black. But everybody find their own place. Like I tell you, I was just digging for stuff because I wanted to build a theme park, African American theme park, connecting the African and what I thought this was America. It's the United Penal States of America. I thought it was United States, but it's United Penal States of America. And if they had told the truth, then a lot of things would be different. I would have known there's no way that there could be a African American theme park, culture, history, all this stuff. Business, Epcot, starting the business. I was going to start from selling the dirt, honey. Bring that dirt back every year, and eventually the park be rich enough to buy the dirt from you, honey. I was trying to make millionaires, and I was trying to use it for our history. That's why I was digging. And every time I came across something that I said, oh no, can't put that, oh no, they'll never want that, oh, if I put that in there, the park will never be, oh no. Then I find out now at 65, that's all the things that let me know this was a penal colony. I just could not accept it because they kept telling me, it's the whole land of the free and the home of brave. Okay, here y'all really gonna get pissed with me. Do you know I cannot fix my mouth to say thank you for serving our country? What matrix was I caught up in? They come out the service, they was killing us, killing the kids like crazy, and I was going around saying thank you for your service. Every time, oh, this police officer, he was in the service. Thank you for your service. But you just killed my nephew. He ain't do nothing to you. So no, junkyard dogs, honey. Junkyard dogs. Junkyard dogs. No, I'm not. Thank you for your service. You didn't do a fucking service for me. You came back and started killing us. And beating up old black people. Dragging black people out their car and all kind of fuck shit. And I'm supposed to say, thank you. I have to calm myself. I have to say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Because I get so mad when I go with the okie doke, which is the majority. I usually don't go that way. Thank you for shooting down my nephew's cousin, twice removed uncle. Thank you. You made sure that bullet went straight in the head. You're wonderful. Ancestors was raging. They were raging. Even went all the way over to Israel to learn how to come back to this penal colony and George Foreman us. Y'all know what George Foreman is? The knee on the neck. They got that from Israel. All the cruelty that they display on us, these patty rollers, they went over to Israel to get it. Because according to what I heard, I don't know, the Hebrews, Ethiopian Hebrews, that they brought to Jerusalem and put them in the slum and been doing the George Foreman on them. They've been doing the George Foreman on them. That's why these patty rollers knew that it would definitely work on us. And that's why they came back and started doing the George Ford. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. Y'all know what I mean. The knee on the neck. Yes, I'm so glad when my body and matter separates anytime. I know what the hell I was. I didn't do anything to get on this penal colony other than being born. I had one child on it. I'm so glad. So glad. My daughter was smarter than me. She didn't put the one. Because I would never, excuse me, I would never knowingly raise my child in a penal society or prison. Not knowingly. I would never raise my child in a place where they would be abused, stepped on, all kind of shit for the rest of their lives. And I told y'all, I tried to get to Ghana. I tried to get me and her to Ghana. I married a Ghanaian. He said he wanted to stay here. And I said, good, because I want to go to Ghana. And I don't got no family or nothing. So you can imagine how really depressed I was when 9/11 hit. And I figured that me and my daughter should have been in Ghana looking at the news. Instead of over here wondering how they going to get madder at us than the freaking Afghani, Irani, Iraqi, whoever that blew up the World Trade Center. Because through it all, they never stopped killing the patty rollers, never stopped killing us. They never stopped doing their discriminatory things on the job. None of that stopped for us when the other people blew up the World Trade Center. They were still angrier at us than the fucking people that blew up the World Trade Center. I told you I started buying the Wall Street Journal. It never did anything. It never did anything to the stock market. It never changed the stock market. The stock market was just good. Everybody was acquisitioning, buying shit. Lloyd's of London was the only one having trouble because every insurance on this penal colony is backed by Lloyd's of London out of Brit. Every time you pay your car insurance, every time you pay everything, that money goes straight to the Brits, Lloyd's of London. They call it underwritees, and all that kind of fuck shit. But that's where your money goes. I couldn't understand. How could they be angry, still shooting us, still pulling us over, everything, and we ain't even broke the World Trade Center? McVeigh, the Irish, ain't his roots Irish? He blew up that federal building as quiet as his cap. Over 50% was African Americans, but they keep it on the... That's why he did it. That was another way of eliminating. And yet they let him do it. That penal colony, that penal state, Oklahoma, hell yeah. Remember, they got rid of what y'all call Black Wall Street because it was a criminal enterprise. They did a citizen's arrest, which is on the books to this day. They went in that town, and that's why they took them all out and put them in concentration camps, ravaged all their stuff, took all the money out their accounts, did everything because they considered it a criminal enterprise. They blew up that government building in Oklahoma that also was citizens arrest that felt that that building was a criminal enterprise because it had a lot of African Americans in it working. It's a federal building. They had daycares and stuff like that for African Americans, supposed to be for everybody. So McVeigh did his citizens arrest duty. He called it a criminal enterprise, just like Tulsa, and they blew it up. They say he didn't do it alone. I'm saying McVeigh, but they said it was others. Citizens arrest. Citizens arrest always include citizens tried, citizens executed. But we didn't do none of that. But we are still hated more. And if not hate, pity. Oh, poor. I remember when I was a child, I said, you poor little black child. Well, I'm poor little black child because y'all making sure my mother can't work. Y'all, because y'all made sure my father couldn't make a decent living. Because y'all made sure that we didn't have shit. And then when I walk by, you want to look at me and tisk me. Poor little bad child. When they used to do that, if you were an African mother, they would snatch you away so fast and give that woman an evil eye. And if she tried to touch you on the head, it could be a situation. That woman, poor little bad child. How do you get, all of a sudden you feel your arm get yanked. And when you look up, like, what did I do? What's going on? And you just follow your mother's gaze, and she'd be mean-eyed, evil-eyed up. Don't you even dare touch my child. Poor little starving kid. We made sure no food got to your area. But I understand. I understand. You must be hungry. That was my whole childhood with these white people. Never stop. Poor little black kids can't learn nothing. Maybe it's because we don't send no books to them. Or when we send books, they got all these markers and whatever. They ain't even worth nothing. But poor little dumb black people. They do the ban at the library. They took out, I say the majority, the whole thing was done to get African American books out of the library. That was for, because they only want white superior books. That's all they want. You know, we're the best, we're the great, we're God, we're the little did it. That's the books they want. One, I was just a regular white person sitting under the tree. And then an apple fell on me, and now I know everything. I'm the Mozart in physics. Only white people know physics. Because the apple fell on his head. Oh, yeah. We need this water today. Especially here in the Northeast. We finna get humidity. So, I just want to let y'all know, every day I walk, I'm in pain. It does not stop me from exercising. I need all that blood to get to all my antibodies. Make sure they got the C and all the shit they need. Make sure they had all the borders where they supposed to be in case any pathogen tries to get in. They all at the borders. And that's why I exercise. I don't care how much pain I'm in. I'm like, okay, supplies coming. Antibodies, supplies coming. Supplies are coming. You see something, get over there and attack it. I'm going to be sending oxygen. I'm going to be sending you supplies. I'm going to be sending you food. And that's what I feel like when I walk. And especially the gray matter, when I roller skate. But this walk too. This gray matter gets all the blood and all the oxygen I can give it. All the blood and all the oxygen I can give it. Could you imagine how horrible my separation of matter and energy would have been if I had left this place not knowing that I was born incarcerated, born on a penal colony. Incarcerated. Overran my time, maybe. Or I'm a little early. But y'all don't mind, do you? Like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Your internet connection was restored. Hey, y'all. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.